So as I mentioned, the Kaggle platform includes various competitions. That's really how Kaggle got its start. It was hosting um, machine learning competitions. So to understand what a machine learning competition is, we can select one of them. And this is one that just started recently. That is hosted by a collaboration between Amazon Web Services, Facebook, Microsoft, and a partnership on AI's Media Integrity Steering Committee. And it's a way to detect, it's a competition to see who can detect deep fakes. Deep fakes are images that are created, they're real world images that are modified using machine learning. And they want you to be able to detect this. And there's $1 million of prize money here, right? So it's a big deal. So on Kaggle, you can actually download the data set. In this case, it describes what that data set is. In this case, it's image data, so it's very, very big. And when you sign in and register, you actually agree to use the data in a certain way. And then there's also notebooks, so people can put the notebooks of how they're getting started, and we'll go into some of these notebooks in a different contest. Discussion, like I said, yeah, you can discuss various topics. This is really a great place to learn. And then there's a leaderboard, so people basically, you can upload your predictions and you know where you fit in the actual process. And then rules, which talk about how you, if you accept those rules, you're accepting the rules of the competition, so you stay within the boundaries of the competition itself. So, as promised, let's take a look at what's called the ASHRAE Great Energy Predictor 3 competition. And this is a competition which is using data from the built environment. It's actually meter data from over 1,000 buildings that was accumulated by my team plus a few other technical teams from around the world. And if you go to the competition itself, you notice that there's a prior competition. These are what's called the ASHRAE Great Energy Predictor Shootout 1 and 2 competitions that were hosted in the 1990s. So over 24 or 5 years ago, there was a machine learning competitions that were hosted in a very manual way before something like Kaggle came along. People had to request data, and floppy disks were actually mailed to people so that they could receive the data, make predictions, and send them back. So in this data set, or this competition, there's 5 prizes from 10 grand to 1,000. There's an evaluation metric for the machine learning. So basically you get the data, which I'll show in a second, and you're being asked to make predictions to the energy data. You're given 1 year of data, and you're asked to predict the next 2 years of data. And you're given various types of metadata about the buildings. You're given weather data, and you're basically being asked to predict those future energy consumption. So if you're really interested in learning about machine learning as applied to energy data from buildings, which builds upon what you learned on in the week 3 or in the construction phase, this is a really great resource. You're going to see that there are, in terms of notebooks, there's really hundreds and hundreds of notebooks, and I can keep scrolling and scrolling, and you'll notice that all of these notebooks are focused on this data set. And people are doing various types of analysis, whether it's filling in missing data, whether it's feature engineering, mining data. These are all applied to data from our domain, from the built environment. And there's over, maybe a few hundred notebooks in here as I scroll up that you can use to learn. Discussions. So there's discussion topics that people can vote on and discuss. There's a lot of opportunities to learn here as well. And the leaderboard shows who's at the top of this competition and who's doing basically the best job of predicting. And then, of course, there's rules and things like that. So this competition is actually right in the course of ending right now, but once it's over, you can still interact with this competition. You can still download the data. You can still upload and be compared to the people that are in the competition now. You just won't be able to win prize money unless you sign up in the next 4 days. So really take advantage. If you're really interested in machine learning, this is a great resource to learn more about machine learning as applied to buildings.